Let's go.
Hello. Our third and final video before our whiskey tasting on Sunday is another wee taster of a couple of the interesting products we've got on the shelves here. So far in these three videos we've done Daft Mill, we've done Brewick Laddie, we've done Cu Bocan and we've done Springbank, all of which...
Well remembered.
I just looked at
I was sitting there
they're
going,
over there.
Going,
They're just over there on the side of the table. It's quite easy to remember.
Yeah, right, yeah.
I just read off the bottles.
That's fine.
But they're all really interesting ones. Maybe not the most popular. Maybe not.
They're not your everyday drums.
No,
because they are, they're not just, super cheap.
No, I mean there's a few decent prices. The one we're rated is very cheap, but it's interesting, and that's what these videos are for, is to show off the interest. We don't want to show off all the ones that we've got because you probably know half of them.
As whiskey drinkers, you're not just interested in the cheapest
thing
you can get.
What can we tell you about Glenmorangie
nice.
you don't already know? What can we tell you about Macallan or any of these, or Grouse or something? It's all...
Well, I mean, every whiskey is different, so it's nice, but these are some of the sort of more unusual ones, and... And that's the stuff that's on the shelf, really.
Stuff we want to show off because we think they are very interesting.
And we're getting them in new, so we kind of like...
A lot of them are, yeah. So the first one we've got today is a blended, which we have said on a few occasions we don't mind blends at all. I mean, there's a few we really enjoy: Scallywag, Woodsman,
there's lots of blends.
Pogues, really nice as well.
I put a whole bottle of that Pogues away one night. It's absolutely beautiful.
Exactly. So we don't mind blends.
I'm not even kidding. I
know.
I drank the entire bottle that night, didn't I?
So
it's really, really nice.
So first one we're going for is the Shackleton, named after Ernest Shackleton, the Arctic explorer.
Is that his first name?
Yeah.
Ernest.
Yeah, do you know that? No, it's right on the back of the bottle.
Is it? Right. So how do you know that?
I read it a minute ago. So
this is the. They did release an initial one. This has a wonderful story.
This is the Mckinleys sort of standard version named after him.
Absolutely.
This isn't one necessarily based. This is sort of
McKinley's Highland Malt was a type of whiskey that Ernest Shackleton took with him on his expedition to the Antarctic in 1901. I think it's 1901. Now, I'm not even reading the bottle there.
1907.
1907. I knew it was round about. Sorry.
Blood it out.
So, 1907, they went on a pretty ill-fated trip to the Antarctic, I think.
It wasn't great.
I don't think it ended up great for a lot of them.
But yeah,
and it was wonderfully historical. One of these awesome historical explorers, and he went away. And basically, they found in 2000 and something, quite recently, late 90s, early 2000s, they found basically a case of this whiskey that was taken on the expedition and was left there, and it had been frozen over and. Been there for a long time, and they found it, and I can't remember the man that did it.
I can't remember. It could be a Gordon MacPhail one. I can't remember.
I don't know. It wasn't.
No, it was a big company because they bought the original bottle at auction, and then they had their whiskey scientists.
Indeed,
they basically went through it and made.
They tried to reproduce it as faithfully as they could, and there is a Shackleton sort of single malt. That we have on the bar that's the Mckinleys in the way that one was, and
that's the Mckinleys
exactly
rare
like
old, and that is that's the proper replica one. This is in the spirit of it, so this is as if
a
it
replica
was
of the Mckinley's whiskey.
Yeah. So the one inside is like a duplicate, a proper scientifically reproduced. And quite frankly,
a cool story.
In a beautiful display box.
It's a cool story.
You get a little booklet with it, and some old style cork and stuff, which is really cool. So it's done.
It's packaged in a way that the original dram would have been. Yeah, he was taking it away with him. It's in a wooden crate with hay and and it's a really nice, gimmicky, lovely looking thing.
But this one is your basic replica of it.
Absolutely.
And this is Mckinley's bottling still. So this is as the original.
The Shackleton blended Scotch whiskey based on antique blend of Mckinley's rare old Highland malt whiskey. The spirit supplied to the 1907 British Antarctic expedition.
So this is made by Mckinleys. That other one isn't, but is a scientific replica, if that makes sense. So the other one isn't actually made by Mckinleys. This is.
I don't think Mckinleys even exists anymore, mate.
Yeah. John Mckinley and Co. Glasgow.
That's cool.
Yeah, there you go. See?
It might have just been
possibly a name, but it's.
Anyway, it's a nice little story. If you want to go and have a little research of it, there you go. We've got the original on the bar. We can show you. If
these bottles make a charitable contribution to the Antarctic Heritage Trust as well. So.
I'm just thinking of the thing.
Yeah.
I don't want to contribute to the thing.
I don't think that's what this goes to.
Just leave it. Just leave it in the ice.
That exists.
Just leave it in the ice.
Actually, you know what? 2020 has been bad enough. Let's not go any further.
Leave it in the ice.
So shall we crack on with the whiskey? Past our little mild history lesson.
It's really nice. I mean, I know a lot of people like blends, man, but like it's really nice. Super smooth. Super like just a. It's not a thinker. Is it?
It's not. It's just one you go, you know what?
Oh, that's really nice, done. And I can keep on chatting about Marvel or something and just enjoy it.
What I like about this compared to especially the other ones we've done in the last videos, and even the next one coming up, is it's not the most interesting flavours in it, but it is one of the most interesting bottles, if that makes sense. It's the story behind the bottle is probably more interesting than the flavours in the whiskey. But it's not to say the whiskey's bad. It's lovely. As you say, it's a drinker. You just go, gone, easy peasy. It's a bird.
All right.
It's really nice. But it's not most interesting.
You're not going
to ponder over the whiskey.
I don't think that's fair.
No,
to be honest.
Hang on a second. Are we going to go down the route of who articulates things badly?
I don't think that's fair, to be honest. Like,
I don't think it's that interesting.
It's uninteresting.
I didn't say uninteresting.
Just because it's not a billion different madness chucked into a cask doesn't mean it's not interesting.
He's such a knob.
I like it, man.
I didn't say it's not.
I like it.
I didn't say it's uninteresting, but
£3.50 a dram, you can sit and really enjoy that and not have to think about it. And it's one of these things, like we're interested in whiskey, and it's very easy to. Talking about it earlier on, man. If you're a guitar player, you can't listen to music without thinking, "Oh, that's difficult on the guitar."
Yeah,
and it sort of detracts from your enjoyment of the entire thing.
So with the other ones we've tried today, you think, "Oh, that's interesting flavors. Oh, how did they get that?" Oh, that's
trying to sort of deconstruct them as to why they are that way, but it kind of takes away from the fact that you're just sitting and enjoying it and having a laugh.
And this is one you can just enjoy.
Absolutely.
But that's what I mean. It's not
like salty, like sort of coastal.
It's just really nice. I
don't
even want to think about it. I'm just enjoying it.
It puts me in mind of an old Pulteney.
Yeah.
Puts me in mind of an old Pulteney. Light, salty, coastal kind of notes coming from it. Absolutely.
That's lovely. I didn't mean uninteresting in a bad way, as you well know. Because you say things...
Plain.
You're plain. I don't know. But you'll say things that you don't mean in a bad way, but can maybe not come off complimentary. It's the same with this. It's comparing it to all the complicated flavours and interesting things we've done in the last videos. This is the least complicated, and it's nice. That's not a bad way of saying it. It's just plain. What? Nothing. I hate when you're thinking. It makes me suspicious.
I'm thinking, you're right.
But
you call that plain,
but the story is bloody great. It's a really nice story.
Like
I don't say plain in a bad way. Same as when you said it about previous whiskies, it wasn't in a bad way.
I just don't think like I drink. I think you're putting that down a little bit.
I didn't mean it in a bad way. It's lovely. It's nice. I could drink that all day long, and I might.
I drink that over that fancy food laddie.
You're wronging.
And not because of price or anything like that. Purely because I think there's as much going on in that to enjoy than there is in one of those 9, 10, 13 quid drams that you can't get. There's people look at
that's your opinion, Pete.
Yeah. It's my opinion. So chill out. There's I know there's an awful lot more going on in blends than some people give them credit for, and that's one that I think it's nice. It's got a lovely story. It's a very pleasant whiskey. Sit and enjoy it. You're not going to have to take out a loan to drink it.
I might.
And Yeah, I enjoy it. I enjoy it very much as a non-thinker. But if you do want to sit and sort of deconstruct it, it's there, you know, like. But
that's true, yeah. But yeah, so it's an interesting bottling. There's another interesting version of it inside. It would be quite good to compare those at some point. I've never had the rare old.
It's been a long time since I've tried the rare old, actually.
So that might be one that we do go forward, or I might just buy for myself at some point when we reopen. But on to the next one for today, and this goes back to the more complicated thinker version whiskies that we've been doing, and this is the Cu Bocan.
Because I am a complicated thinker, you can tell.
Mm-hmm. So this is actually from Tomatin, which is odd because Tomatin to me are all very nice and simple and.
Tomatin to me.
Jesus Christ. The distillery, their whiskies they do are all very simple and straight to the point, and they're really nice and lovely. And this seems like a more. This is their more out there version. This is their thinker, so it won't suit you. So this is the Cu Bocan signatory. Got there.
Sorry, I don't know, mate. I can't think.
We know. And this is so this is done in bourbon, Oloroso sherry, and North American virgin oak casks. Give him a minute. He's trying to read.
No, it's written in like a spiral, so I've got.
I don't think that's true.
It is thick.
I know. I think I can just read it without having to turn the bottle around.
Alright. I was just wondering, did you not say it was a signatory bottling?
It is. Well, they do a few different Cu Bocans.
And single malt whiskey.
Yeah.
No.
It's their.
A signature.
Whatever.
It's a signature bottling. Well, no, don't. Those two things are very different.
I don't mean that it's a signatory company bottlers.
Signatory.
Oh my god.
Is a company and No, but these things are very different.
You're very different.
Yeah, we all figure that out.
Right. Anyway, signatory. I don't know. I said it's from Tomatin. That should give you.
It's bottled by Tomatin. It's an own bottling.
Yes. Yes, it is.
It's S words you struggle with, isn't it? This is a signature series of
I can't say salary properly either. I can now, but I didn't used to be able to.
Can't anyway. Pay it
either. And so these bottles are only distilled in winter.
Yeah, I have tried this before, but it wasn't in a bottle that looked like that, I'll tell you that right now. This thing looks like one of those... Where
are you going with this, Pete? Where are you going with this?
You know, like when you go for a kebab, and he's like carving the meat off of it. It's like that.
Yeah.
It's an odd bottle. It's lovely.
I like a kebab. That's fine with me. So this is a 46% citrus and exotic spices.
There's peat in this, if I'm mistaken.
Are you?
No, I mean, it's a peated bottling, right?
Yes, it is. I think. I swear I look it up.
I may be just confusing it for someone else. I'm fairly certain it's peated, right?
It's lightly smoked.
Bourbon, Oloroso sherry, North American virgin oak casks.
See, we do these things up, but quite frankly, you know, the things that you can find on sites and everything don't compare to actually just tasting it and going, oh yeah, that's a... Or when you get a nose into it and you're going, oh yes.
Light smoke, intertwined with notes of rich citrus and exotic spices. I do remember this being a smoky dram.
They do other versions of...
It definitely wasn't
Cu Bocan.
that. Well, unlock the unusual. Alright, okay.
Unravel subtleties of smoke, characterful casks, and the mastery of maturation.
I've got a funny feeling that might be wankery, but we'll see how it goes.
It does. I mean, hang on, let's just check. Yes, it does whiff of wankery.
It certainly does, doesn't it? I don't get much smoke from that. I don't know about you.
Not particularly. Not on the. I mean, it does say it's light smoke,
citrusy,
but
banana kind of notes I get from that.
I do get the fruitiness there. It does say light smoke, but it's very light.
I'll bet you a quid that this has no finish whatsoever.
I don't know, and we're recording with my phone, so I can't check it.
No, I mean...
Oh, like...
I bet you a quid right now that we're going to drink this and it'll go and disappear.
It does, I just tried it.
Yeah, alright, cool.
I'm not giving you money for that.
Quid.
No. Yeah, it doesn't... It lasts on the tongue very slightly, but there's... It's the alcohol, it's not the flavour.
I kind of think that anything I can keep on my tongue for more than a few seconds... You know what I mean? Like, get a dram, like... When it's like Kilhoman, you hold it in your mouth. And I'm always told to hold it over my tongue before you know, like swallow and keep these kind of notes going.
You still speaking about whiskey?
I am. And like that kind of stuff, you hold it and you're like, oh dear God, and it kind of, but that doesn't. You could keep it there, and it's got these bittery.
Yeah, you do get the it goes to the back of your mouth.
Yeah.
I'm hugely confused.
Ted, I'm hugely confused. There's, I mean, there's a little bit of smoke in that on the palate, and it's tasty. That's a much.
The aftertaste has got a bit of smoke to it. What's the finish?
That is much nicer to drink than it is to just sit and have a nose. The nose is meh.
No, there's not much to the nose.
But it's a tasty dram. I don't know which way around I would prefer. You know, some of them have a really tasty nose and then are not great. And
yeah.
Some of them are not great.
I remember
on the nose, but have a really
the first time I tried the Edouard, and I smelled it and I thought, ooh, and I genuinely was like, this is going to be rank. And I tasted it and it was fucking awesome. It was lovely.
Tastes older than it is in a way. I think it's got a lot more mature, rounder kind of notes.
Well, if you look at the colour of it alone, I mean, it looks like it's been sitting in a sherry cask for 80 years.
Quite nice, that. Quite like it.
It's interesting. It's nice. I would have it again, definitely.
It's interesting because you get that sort of super light, fruity, citrusy kind of banana-y kind of notes on the top, and then you drink it and you're like, oh, fuck, I didn't expect that.
No, it's got, it's really different to how it smells. Because
good stuff.
The smell's very light, but I think the bottle looks really pretty as well, if I'm honest. I think
it is.
And I know you said it's like a kebab, whatever you want to call the big round of meat.
I think meat's probably being a little bit nice, to be honest. But
I didn't say what animal it's from. Horse is fine.
Long pig.
But
yeah, no,
I think it's a very pretty bottle. And,
probably something that's been overlooked because of what's called and what the bottle it's in and all that kind of stuff.
I don't actually know what Cu Bocan means. I don't know if it's just something they've
Anybody
came up
talks
with.
Gaelic, give us a shout.
We're just asking for people's opinions on how things are said in this video.
That's the whole point of this, is for people's opinions.
That's true, yeah.
Nobody cares what we think.
I don't care, actually. No, that's true. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, that's nice. That's very nice. Even me, who is like
yeah.
works here and stares at all these whiskies all the time, you forget things are there, and then you're like, oh Christ, that's actually quite nice. Why haven't I been drinking that for the last 6 months? Yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
It's really nice.
I think on the nose, not great. But
no,
on the palate,
the nose
beautiful.
doesn't do it justice.
Yeah,
the palate is another. I think that's another.
Absolutely.
I don't think that's too complicated either. I think that's another drinker, like a proper, like one you could sit there and have a few of those, like.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed that, and it's something I have been guilty of. I'll go and have someone else. I'll have one of these. I'll have one of that. But no, that's a tasty, tasty dram.
That's why we do those videos, to highlight these interesting ones.
To remind Pete what he's going to drink for the week.
Also that. I'm all over. I'm still on the Tam Navulin sherry cask. It's lovely.
It's really, really good.
Which, in case anyone's wondering, you can still take away at the low price of £2.50.
We got lots of other whiskies, not just these ones.
Well, I think we're sitting at nearly 170 now, which is insane. But I always said it before about our collection, is what I really like about it is we've built that from very little. So the ones that we do have are picked. They're not left over. They're picked for...
We. Notice how he said we. Where I come in on a Monday and he's like, I bought all these. I'm like, okay.
It's a team effort. But they have been selected. They're not left over from I know we're definitely missing some big ones that would be nice to have, but I think the fact that we've custom built our collection
Corey Reckon, Ardbeg Corey Reckon.
I know, you said it before.
Spring Rank 15.
There's certainly ones we're missing, but we will get there in the end.
Mortlich 16.
We certainly have some interesting. That Mortlich 15 is really good. Is it a 15? We've got a 21.
So 15 and 21, they're both incredible.
Yeah,
they're both absolutely incredible. They're Gordon McPhail 15 and 21 year old bottles of Mortlich, and they're absolutely gold.
We literally just spoke about
for one of them.
We literally just spoke about ones that get sort of overlooked, and that's ones that kind of do. People don't go for them, and I don't know why.
Because they're idiots. No, and you're not. You're
not
wonderful
you
people.
Yeah.
But no, Mortlich's beautiful. Mortlich 15 is incredible. That rare old, yeah, it's alright. But if you're going to go for a Mortlich, go for that one. Yeah, it's from their own bottle, no age statement kind of twats. But the
looks
15,
like a perfume bottle.
The 15 and the 21 are really, really nice.
Yeah. They're both Gordon McPhail bottles, and they're
the flora
incredible.
and the fauna ones with the animals and the flowers on the front. The flora and fauna range. Mortlich do one, Dalhuin do one's a whole bunch of other ones, Blair Athol, all these kind of things. But the Dalhuin, remember I said I had. Yeah. I've never been able to live it down.
Don't get yourself in trouble with that.
Dalhuin is
Pete's
beautiful.
Had a better relationship with that whiskey than he has with some women. I helped you there because I didn't specify.
It's true. It's true.
Don't blame me. Whiskey doesn't talk back.
Whiskey's lovely and it's still around. Anyway.
So, that's our last video for the week.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
We hope to see or hear from you in the future, and particularly for the whiskey tasting on Sunday.
Yes.
Which will be very interesting. We're not quite on the same page with these whiskies here, so we'll see how it goes.
We're definitely going to, our tastes will split on this whiskey, and for anyone taking part, it's going to be the same. There's going to be ones everyone enjoys.
Yeah,
but I'd be really surprised if everyone enjoyed all of them, if that makes sense. Like, and we took about 3 hours to decide what order to
put them in, and I'm still not entirely sure it's correct.
No,
but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, it's really interesting because there's some ones that aren't big, strong finish, cask finishes. But there's one or two that, so out of the five, I think only one's actually like a big, strong cask finish, and it's a red wine cask.
At the end of the day, we're all in this together, aren't we? We're trying it all together. Let us know how you feel, and we'll try.
So that's Sunday. Our plans for this video right now to go on Friday. So there's a couple of days' time, which means you still have, depending on what time I put the video up, some of Friday, all of Saturday, and indeed some of Sunday to come and pick up your set of whiskies for the whiskey tasting.
Give us a shout.
Yeah, we've got plenty of it. There's plenty of it to go. We're trying to make this one a big one. Obviously, right now is a tough time for us. At the time of making this video, we're still closed. I certainly don't expect to be open by the time the Whiskey Club comes around, unfortunately. But we've still got stuff to take away as well, especially the whiskies. They're still available.
Who knows, by the time this goes online, we could all be living in bunkers underground, eating spam. And
What's wrong with spam?
I don't know, there's nothing wrong with spam. I just said.
Why do I think about
spam?
Doing
it. It could be like Fallout. By the time we actually
no, because that would imply some sort of fun.
Depends what one you're playing.
Not 76. Anyway, right. So we've tracked back again. We've gone weird. So thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed this week's videos. If we may do more of these again, it comes back to if you guys enjoy it. We spoke to a couple people who said they did enjoy the last ones we did. We try to make these ones a bit more
informational.
That as well. We also didn't get steaming before the first one of this. The last one was a bit iffy. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Let us know if you do or indeed don't. And
no, if you don't enjoy it, don't let us know. Just keep it to yourself.
Thanks.
Thanks very much, guys. Take care. Be safe.